There's this phenomenon about Juju in the Black Stars camp and Juju in football generally. I mean, when we say Juju and we understand it to mean spiritual work, I believe there's Juju in football. The spiritual, human beings are spiritual people. That's why we don't know what time we sleep. And you can see something happen, as they call it, deja vu, in a dream, and then you see it happen live. So it happened before it happened. So yes, spirituality works in everything. In Ghana, we call it Juju. So Juju in football. Is there some particular Juju in the Black Stars camp?
See, this is a question that goes with the individual. You know, from where I grew up, my foundation was built in Christ, in Jesus Christ, and so I dwell on that. Whether Kweku is doing something, I don't know, and I wouldn't care. Yeah. But if we go to the Bible, when Moses was at Pharaoh's house, he brought out snake, and they also did it. Yeah. It tells you there's something, there's some spiritual something. So it's the individual.
Yeah, but if you go to Black Stars camp and there's Juju there.
How would you know there's Juju there?
So I believe in my spirituality is my Juju. So I brought my pot. And it's a smoking pot. I keep it in my room. I bring it to the training ground.
You can't bring it on in the training ground. You can't.
Okay, but I can bring
but
small
you
powder.
You have something.
Powder, small powder. I put on it. Can I do that? Can I do small powder on the training ground? Maybe the pot is too big.
I don't know if you do it. That is why I said.
If I enter the field for training at the time, I have some white powder put on my face becomes white.
That's what you believe.
It's okay.
That's what you believe in. That's what you believe in.
It's a controversial issue, isn't it?
It is.
Because some people criticize the Juju, and I say that people take pastors to camp. Yeah, there's some Nigerian players were taking pastors to World Cup camp.
It's what they believe in.
As a coach, would you allow anything like that?
You see, these things are done secretly. You hear of them. You understand me? When we are in camp.
But if you are calling the players to come to training and they say that player X is seeing his malam, he will come after 20 minutes.
No, it won't happen.
You have to come.
It won't happen. Time of training, you can't say, I'm seeing somebody. It will never happen. Even the player himself will not do that. What really happens is probably when they are in their rooms, they do their thing, you know. And I don't know.
But why don't you ban it? Why don't you ban? Don't do anything.
I'm not in that position to do it. And moreover, it's something you believed in. You know?
If the other player is afraid, if another player thinks that my spirituality is afraid of it.
That's why I said, you see, these things, you will not see them. You hear.
As a coach, you hear. But the players say that...
If a player comes to me...
Yeah, I said, look, this guy every night is doing...
Then I will do something about it.
What will you do? If you come to me and you say, why am I doing Nyame in the night? I'm praying.
I will confront the player, and if I feel it, then I have to change the room for... He has to get a different room.
Yeah, but the guy is afraid, not just because he's near his room. He's just afraid that when the guy was doing Nyame, I had my name in it. Something like that.
That's not true.
And then and he says that the same thing happened when we came for the last friendly, when I went back to Europe, injury.
I think there is this thing that players do, pray and blah, blah, and all that. But we've sort of exaggerated too much.
Oh, but even recently, Paul Pogba's brother, I don't know whether you've heard the story.
You know what a brother wants.
Yeah, he took the witch doctor to destroy Mbappe's legs.
Yeah,
and all that.
But you know it's not true because the brother. Money, So they created this story. They created it.
So when you were playing football, did you do Juju before?
Me, I always pray.
But as a team, Okoro United, Goldfields, does a Juju man come to the camp and do something small?
You have what they say, Osofo or whatever. He come and lead you in prayers, and then you win, you know. These things are there.
Did you put crab in your boots?
Never. Never. I'm that type of person. My colleagues, those I played with, will tell you, most of the time when we are about to start, I will stand on in the center line. I was some 91. He will dwell in the secret place of the Most High, shall abide under the shadow of Almighty. I will say, oh, the Lord is my refuge, my fortress, my God. You know, I will say all this.
In the center line?
In the center, and then cross. Then when we start again, within the next few minutes, I will score. It is my belief.
Somewhat.
91.
He who
dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord is my refuge, my fortress.
That's what CK Akonnor does.
Yeah, I will do it.
So when the camera sees you talking, this is what you are saying.
Yeah, you see, so
you are not saying Nyame.
No. You know, when you see me, you think I'm saying chanting. They say, this guy, Pedro Pa, or Pedro Pa. You know, and people believe I was doing something of that sort. Because
you were a star, you were great.
I used to score funny goals and and I shoot. And so later on I called a guy, I said, and he said, Sana, oh yeah. Because of Pedro Pao. So it is what we think and what
Did you score that goal in Tlemcen? The first one, was it you?
It's Algeria, right?
Algeria.
Yeah, I scored, yeah.
Yeah, that night I cried, eh?
It was sad.
Yeah,
I would have been in the World Cup.
You scored that goal,
yeah,
the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, because we went mad at Presec. We went crazy. CK Akonnor put the ball in the net.
Yeah.
It was that kind of goal you are trying to describe.
Yeah.
Very funny, very interesting.
and then if you have Pele and...
But when you scored the goal, the Abedi's celebration was very wild. So the camera picked him first. Before you ran to the corner's post when you scored the goal.
Yeah.
I think Ali Ibrahim or somebody like that followed you.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
Abedi was ecstatic and he went another way. So the camera was on
of
him.
Course.
So we started,
even the cameraman
expected
him to score. So
yeah.
It's normal.
And then they equalized.
And
then we got
they cheated.
Yeah. Or did they cheat? They didn't cheat. It was just
it took us somewhere.
Yeah, the conditions.
Yeah, conditions and everything. So
But FIFA was not.
They wouldn't. Yeah.
What they do? They put you in a cold place or something.
Yeah.
It was winter time.
But some of us were already in Europe, so we were
accustomed to the winter.
It's just that it didn't go well. And then
but
I think
put water on the field.
Yeah,
like that?
A lot of strategy.
In
in terms of cheating, and if it had been now, it wouldn't.